A series of devastating earthquakes has killed at least 1,300 people in Turkey and Syria, and thousands of people are evacuating in eastern Ohio because of a fiery train derailment. Good morning, I'm Corva Coleman from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. A catastrophic earthquake with a magnitude of 7.8 hit southern Turkey and northern Syria overnight. It has been followed by aftershocks, one almost as powerful as the main tremor. More than 1,300 people have been killed in both countries. The death toll continues to soar. NPR's Ruth Sherlock says that is because the reach of the quake's damage in Turkey is colossal.
So the epicenter of this earthquake was just north of Gaziantep. That's a provincial capital in Turkey with a population of about 2 million people. And the earthquake was so strong that there are reports of buildings collapsed in an area that spans 200 miles around the epicenter.
NPR's Ruth Sherlock reporting. The tremors have been felt as far away as Lebanon and even the island of Cyprus in the eastern Mediterranean Sea. Making matters worse is that there is a snowstorm in the area. People forced out of their homes may have no shelter. Standing mosques have opened to take people in. More fierce fighting is reported in the eastern Ukrainian city of Bakhmut, where Ukrainian forces have been holding out against a Russian offensive. From Moscow, NPR's Charles Maines has details.
The head of the Russian mercenary force, the Wagner Group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, said battles were going on for every street, every house, and every stairwell in Bakhmut, a city that Russia sees as central to efforts to reestablish control over Ukraine's wider Donbas region. Russian armed forces, backed by Wagner fighters, many of them convicts, have been attempting to encircle Bakhmut for weeks. Both Kyiv and Moscow claim the other has suffered significant losses in the fight for the city, and outside observers point to evidence Russia now has the upper hand. Yet Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has vowed to defend the city, whose survival has become a cause célèbre in Ukraine. Charles Maines, NPR News, Moscow.
In the U.S., some limited evacuations are taking place in eastern Ohio. That's because of a fiery freight train derailment. As NPR's Marie Andrusevich reports, the freight rail train left the tracks last Friday.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine issued an evacuation notice for residents within a mile of the site of a still-burning 50-car train derailment. This comes after officials reported a drastic temperature change in one of the cars that could lead to a major explosion. East Palestine Fire Chief Keith Drabick.
This catastrophic failure will, if it occurs, it will produce hydrogen chloride and phosgene gas into the atmosphere. We are working with several federal agencies to determine a plume cloud for that.
Safety teams are working to prevent the explosion that officials say would project deadly shrapnel as far as a mile. Law enforcement officers are trying to evacuate any residents that remain. Meanwhile, Governor DeWine has activated the National Guard. Marie Andrusevich, NPR News.
This is NPR.